Improvement start in terms of the consistency, just the devotion to his craft, that type of thing.
He's really done that since training camp. You know, I think he hit a little wall here in the middle and kind of was a little inconsistent, and, but he kept grinding, kept after it, and he's still doing it. He's got a little bounce in his step right now, and because we have more depth, he's fresher than he was last year at this point. Last year at this point, you watch last year's games, the last 3 or 4 games, he looked like a different player than he does currently right now, and that's just us really diving in this year. One of our goals as receivers, our number 2 goal was just to take crazy care of our minds and bodies this year. So you can tell he's been doing that.
Do you have I mean, I know you don't have necessarily a snap count, but do you have a kind of a count or an idea in mind of what you're trying to limit guys to in games? I know injuries changed that. He ended up playing, I think he said 70, which is more than, he said most of
68
all
or 70,
year.
yeah.
Do you have where you kind of want those guys to, where you feel like it keeps them fresh?
Here's what I want. I would like, if we have 80, I'd like him to have 40, and Malone to have 40, or whoever. If I go in with 2 groups and I want them to split the time, that's what I'm looking for. Vaughn gets a little bit more than some guys. Vaughn's got pretty good endurance, but then it's just a feel thing. It never happens completely balanced. And quite frankly, the other night,
and you don't sit there and do it like this.
No, and the other night, quite frankly, Pig had the hot hand, and I went with him. You know, I'm not going to just sub just to sub. If he's feeling good and looks like $1 million, we're rolling. And here we go, and he was great.
Coach, is there any pressure you feel taken off now? You guys got an SEC win, you guys playing with the teammates, or that's more relaxed, but you feel like, you know, get something off their shoulders now?
You know what? I wouldn't say that there's any less pressure. When you're in this league and you're a coach and a player in this league, there's always pressure. Pressure to win every single week. We enjoyed that one for about a plane ride home, and then that was about it. I honestly, we created the film on the plane. What I will say is maybe it reinforces our style of play and our culture. So the pressure for his coach is off. Man, I hope they're buying in. I mean, we're not producing wins right now. Please just keep buying in. It's going to happen. So the pressure from that regard, I think, is taken off us a little bit. Like, hey, I think they're buying in because we just had a really tough victory that the way that we do things contributed to. So for me, that's added some relief. Like, hey, now they understand, they believe. But as far as just winning a game because of the outset, no, it's always going to be tough.
And something you guys, your players kept echoing was winning this week, winning this bye week.